Welcome to this Quake Live final here at the Crossfire Intel Challenge. It is a grand final. First place goes home with 1,000 euros worth of hardware. Second place with 500 euros worth of hardware. It's going to be interesting. It's going to be BUTCHJ versus FERUS. Butch has picked T7, FERUS, ZTN, and ZTN is where we are. Two players from very different backgrounds. Butch coming from ET, winning the Crossfire Challenge number 5 with Epsilon. The ex-manager is also here on the floor. Had a nice chat earlier on, but it's interesting to see that a ET player manages to get in towards a game that is so different. Teamwork thrown out of the window and favored for deathmatch. On the other side of the curtain is FERUS, who's picked ZTN. Used to play Counter-Strike Source for the Stockholm Magnetic. For you who remember what that was all about, that was the CGS in Los Angeles from 2 years ago now. It ran for 2 seasons. That was great fun for all those people involved. However, so far in the game, let's get into it. BUTCHJ 0, FERUS 0 as well. BUTCHJ coming in from the lower bracket will need to put himself in a position where he can win at least 2 matches of this BO3 and move on towards a second set of maps and put him in a position where he can actually win the game. He's already has the i7 processor in his hands. It's just a question of wondering, is it going to be one that's worth 500 or one that's worth 1,000? High-class gaming technology right here on the floor. FERUS has already picked up his very first kill. He's got a stack on, 86 health, 115 armor. BUTCHJ by the teleporter, by that yellow. He wants to take control of that. Pops out just in time. The Mega is coming up. He'll need to speed over to it, but FERUS has already picks it up. Goes for the yellow instead, and may go for a red in the extension. It's right around the corners. FERUS is already there. Just placing the fire down. Those grenades will just block the entrance, and there it is. There is that red, that shimmer in the dark for your Quake player. FERUS holding the high ground by the teleporter, waiting for the Mega to spawn. This BUTCHJ at this point can only hope to pick up one of the yellows, but is trying to push him for the red. He has left FERUS out of his hole, and he has a little bit of trouble there getting in. Who gets shafted? He gets shafted slightly. We'll maybe have to push in. Goes for a real shot. No connect. Was connected. As FERUS is stacked, 182, 150 armor. BUTCHJ is not nearly in such a good position. He'll need to plus back as much as he can, lay down the pressure, and he gets railed as well. FERUS eats a rocket, but not going to do much with that amount of armor. Maybe able to do something with it. Yeah, good choice by BUTCHJ falling back. Go and get that yellow. Tank up a little bit. If you can go to the right here. No, he's not going to go for the Mega. He was trying to go for the Mega, but at this point, I think it's a little bit too high on his list of priorities. He should be going for health, trying to stack up a little bit, get some yellows. Ooh, I actually managed to take FERUS down. 4, 5, 6 riots in a row. I actually managed to take him down. That massive stack was gone instantly. 1-1. Not bad. Not bad at all. As the former Counter-Strike Source player finds himself in a position where a player with far less armor, far less health is suddenly destroying him with a simple but also effective riot gun. Or shotgun, my apologies. BUTCHJ now pushing with the shaft. With rocket around the corner. Here we go. It takes him down. Picks up the rail. That'll help him slightly while going on towards the red. As FERUS knows that his time will have to come somewhere in the near future, because he won't be able to pick up anything. He could try to go for the Mega, but he'll have to spam quite a lot of plasma down the corridor. And that's not worth at this point, so the yellow will have to do. BUTCHJ with the red. Is he gonna rocket jump up? I don't think anybody's up there. The red is up. FERUS knows that he's there. Butchie going around the teleporter. 36 health remaining, and FERUS needs to fall back. To those 25s in the side corridor.
5-minute warning.
There they are. Maybe a bit of red. There's no armor coming up in the near future. They've all been moved in towards a similar time zone. The Mega is about to come up. That's the thing that FERUS is waiting for right now. Does not manage to pick it up. The Mega is up. Oh, Butchie coming in from behind as FERUS fails to pick up that Mega, and that's going to cost him right there. Butchie comes in. Oh, and picks up the Mega, the red as well. That is going to be big trouble for FERUS. He did so well at the beginning of the game. Oh, what a great shot once again. Butchie picking up the fray. 4-1. And FERUS picked up ZTN to begin with. And Butchie is in the lead with 4.5 minutes to go. This does not spell good news for FERUS. Butchie came in from the lower bracket. And if he continues to play like this, we will go towards a dual set of BO3s. As my throat needed some lubrication there. Always necessary, and I see some people laughing in my general direction now for that comment. I'm sure we'll leave that one for the future references in the big book of esports. Butchie's still in the lead. As he's letting the shaft do all the work for him from across the room as FERUS is completely pinned down. At this point, FERUS could try to take Butchie down. Too late. Oh, as well as red and Mega. The red and the Mega are now spawning within a time frame of 13 seconds from each other. And that is a very, very short period to pick up the slack. Then again, they are within grasping reach from one another. You go towards that Mega, and then straight in and rocket jump straight up towards the red. You can even go around by the teleporter, but that's a little bit longer and a little bit more dangerous. FERUS waiting for something to happen. Knows that Butchie is somewhere around. He's waiting for him to pick up there. There he is. Butchie being pinned against the wall. He's stacked. 151, 139. As FERUS falls back. Plusbacks needs to go away. Get away from there. Those nades are going to wreak havoc on his clothing. Singe marks won't come out that easily. As Butchie goes in for the chase and finish it off with a shotgun. Plasma was not enough. Ups for that approach. Has yellow. Needs to fall back through the teleporter. Nice. Now FERUS is falling back. Ooh, too close for comfort. Yeah, Butchie just waiting on the side, and FERUS taking far too much risk. You know, Butchie should not have missed that those grenades. That was fairly impressive. Just bouncing up and down. FERUS just coming in, and that shotgun did the rest. So I quickly need to check what the brackets for this was. As a lot of people were very, very surprised to see these two people in the final. Butchie, yes, he was seeded second within the tournament. However, there was the expectation that he would meet Supreme in the final, this very, very final. It was not to be. Supreme had to play against, I believe it was Noon or Mouse, one of the two. One of the two did not want to play anymore. And then Supreme said, screw it, I'm going home. And never came back. He was kicked out of the tournament. Thus, we have Butchie and FERUS in the final. An ET player versus a Counter-Strike Source player. From Gold Rush to, well, dust. There's a world of difference right there. 9-2. FERUS has managed to pick up a kill, but he's got a long way to go. He's not going to be able to make it, and we'll be going on towards T7 as the Jungle Brother, formerly part of Epsilon, former winner of a Crossfire Series event. is not doing too well in his own map. FERUS going down once again, 10-2. But you will have to force his hand and go for a second BO3. Nicely done. As good games are called. As time limits here. And as BUTCHJ wins the first map, ZTN goes to him. As the score is 11-2. Let's get back to what is important. Let's get back to Quake. The game of games. The king of deathmatch games. The original. The best. So I'm joined here by Cash. Cash, what are you eating? You're eating like a crazy Indian food that the English language doesn't have a name for. Well, it's Chinese. Yes, we have a player Chinese night going on here. $10. We'll give you Chinese, which is great to watch, great to eat during the watching of Call of Duty, or of Quake, of course, as most of the players are doing right now. We're ready to go on the way. BUTCHJ versus FERUS, round 2, fight. Mega picked up by FERUS. Good start. Rockets in the distance. For yellow. Early on in the tournament, we had Reload having to go for a third map. Suddenly finding himself in a position where he had to play T7 and running around having no idea where he was going because he had never played the map before. That's interesting when you come in towards a tournament and you have never played said map. But you now coming in towards the red between the pillars. So he gets pulled in. Ooh, FERUS low down to 3 health. Oh, craters! That is terrible right there. The Mega was right behind him. And he falls down and a nice pool of what was formerly FERUS is suddenly found on the floor. BUTCHJ doing good. FERUS, not so well. He's mostly been opting for the rockets in this game. I haven't seen much rail going on as BUTCHJ picks up his first kill. Managed to take good advantage of that situation. FERUS does it again. He shoots the wall and kills himself. -2. It's not a good start for FERUS. Then again, this was BUTCHJ's map. He didn't win the first one. And we will be going on towards, if at this rate, we will be going on towards the second BO3. This could be an interesting final. Another final like Vu versus Fatality. Or a final like Zeta versus Golink. Or a higher Vili versus a Ohio. No. This is BUTCHJ versus FERUS on Quake Live. Rough fun to hang your heart out, because this is where it's at. That Mega is about to be picked up. A lot of shafting going on, making sure nobody gets in the air to pick up that, pick up the item. There we go. Oh, FERUS. As BUTCHJ misses the shot and FERUS is allowed to pick up the Mega. That was a big mistake there on BUTCHJ's part. The rail should have hit him in midair and denied him the momentum to actually get towards the platform, potentially crater. And that would have made the score so much more interesting. FERUS on the yellow. The items are all over the place. Mega is coming. The red is picked up. BUTCHJ with 1. So shaft does come out. And is forced down towards where the red is. It's not coming up in the near future though. Mega is here. I don't think neither players know. They're more focused on towards the red at this point. Oh, BUTCHJ decides, you know what? That Mega's up. I'm gonna go for that. And now he could actually go for the red to boot. No, he's going for a second yellow instead. And the red is right here. But FERUS has taken it away towards far-flung countries to keep it for himself. Exactly what he did. Score so far is 1-1 in favor of BUTCHJ. And the only reason that's the case is because FERUS has killed himself twice already. One time, falling towards his death. Second time with a rocket towards the face, his own face. There's many things you can learn of that. Do not rock yourself in the face. Butchie coming up the rail. Both players seem to be completely off when it comes to their timing. Not doing all too well. The Mega was up for at least 10 seconds. And Butchie comes out with the rail and takes down FERUS, who seems to be out of his water. Like a fish. Not being able to breathe. Out of set embodiment of H2O. 3-1 for Butchie. Make that 3-0. Still for Butchie. FERUS finally gets out of that Slayer, as they would call that in CSS. And FERUS is very, very familiar with that terminology to begin with. 3-1. I know the players are in the room, so I won't be too descriptive of their stat. Oh, nicely done. Rail connects. Butchie on the low. We're halfway there. It's still 3-1. FERUS needs to watch out. If that rail hits, he could be in trouble. He needs to take him down now. Does not connect. My apologies, it did connect, as that Mega did get picked up, but it did not have the effect he wanted to. He wanted to pin him against the wall and make him fall down. Now, Butchie has the problem that his enemy does not have that much health anymore. 4-1 still. FERUS trying hard to get those rockets in, but only showing Butchie exactly where he is. That Mega is up. Waiting for that rail. There we go. Rail did not connect, sadly. And did not pin him towards the wall. Mega red about to come up. Butchie being bounced towards the air. FERUS going up for the rockets towards the feet. That's going to be exactly what he needs as the Rockets finally managed to connect in the score, making the score 4-2, and running away with what's going to be the red armor, but sadly hadn't spawned yet. And that's what was the interesting situation from what was going on there. Both players are feeling each other out constantly. However, Butchie finds himself constantly in a situation where he gets pinned in that alcove by the yellow. Meanwhile, in hell, oh my god, Butchie just fell to his death as he craters. As this particular map is not the full ball-busting awesomeness that was ZTN. Or what could have been DM6. We could, if FERUS managed to come on top on this, we will be going on to 13, which I hope is going to be the case. But in the meanwhile, though, let's stay in the now. And in the now, FERUS has picked up the red. He's got good health. He could potentially be looking at the Mega. No, Butchie's too quick. He jumps down and has the yellow the boot. But he's pinned in right now. FERUS deciding to go away from the engagement and try to go for an intercept. 2 rails in a row, both miss. That's not looking good, as he's not getting his hit on. It's not like in Source where you shoot the ground and you hit the guy in the head. Maybe all those years of CSS did not do too well for FERUS, but finally the rail hits, making the score 4-2. And there is that Mega. And Butchie has that now, putting FERUS in a bad position. Was on the spot. And FERUS, that's probably not the best place to be in. And that's what I meant. As Butchie picks it up and with the plasma is on the respawn. And in Quake Live, you respawn with 120 health, or 130 health, just to make sure that you have that extra little bit of oomph to survive those first seconds. 5-2. 1 rocket hits, red is still up. 1, 2, 3. Does Butch have enough health to do anything about it? No, he doesn't. Actually, he does. As he picks up the kill. 62, my apologies for that. 3 great rockets in a row. Butchie almost craters as well. Needs to watch out. That red is coming up somewhere in the near future. Finally goes out with the shotgun once again. He did it before. Machine gun comes out. Oh, that was such a shame. 2 great rockets in a row from FERUS. Bouncing Butchie through the air. And then not having the ammo to do anything with it. Finally trying to go in there, but not being able to do anything with it. As FERUS goes down. As FERUS managed to kill himself earlier as well. We're going towards the second BO3. As you only have 20 more seconds to go. As both sides as both sides decide to go for the gauntlets, they know this is over. As map number 2 goes to BUTCHJ.